McGuigan, and her husband Tom said to her, he said, you have a great interest in the Titanic. He said, but do you know that there was a man from clonbur lost in the Titanic? And she was shocked to hear this, because she had such an interest. And she approached us, Bonnie and I, and she asked us if we would help her put up maybe a stone in the village just to remember John Flynn. So anyway, we got together, we were finished all our bridges, crosses and one thing and another, and we had a public meeting in the village and asked everyone to come on board or whatever. So they kind of said, go ahead and do whatever you want. So as we said, we intended just put the plaque up, but as we started to learn about the Titanic, we thought it was just too late to put the plaque up. We started to research, and we got in touch with the ancestors to see were they happy that we were doing what we were doing.
Be careful there.
We then discovered that there was Huffords, a family of Huffords, who were related to John Flynn here. And they lived in California, but that's all we knew, that they lived in California. We didn't know any more. So we went on the internet and started looking up phone numbers and calling Huffords in California, and lucky enough, the third person we called was the connection to the Titanic. Now, it was the best thing that ever happened, because they had information as well about the Titanic. And they had letters that went from Ireland to America, because when John Flynn was lost in the Titanic, they weren't sure, the government wasn't sure over there, and the insurance companies, they weren't sure had he been on the Titanic. So they had to send home letters here to Ireland to find out if he really was on it. So how he came to be on it at all was, his sister Bridget Flynn, who married Martin Mannion from Clonbur, they lived over here in Carrick, and she had spent her years minding her mother, and then she married late in life in her early 50s, and she married Martin Mannion. So Martin Mannion predeceased her, and then she had talked to her brother John Flynn in America. He's lived in Pittsburgh, and she had talked about going out to live with him in Pittsburgh and his family. So he came home from Pittsburgh to bring her out to America. John was now already married to Mary Cassidy from Carnamoona, Doris in Carnamoona, and he had 6 children. So he came back to Ireland to bring out his sister Bridget. But when he came back, Bridget decided she wouldn't go. So you can imagine this was in 1912, what it cost him to come back here to do this and bring her over. So anyway, then he, in the meantime, because she wasn't going back with him, he got a telegram from his wife saying, get back home here, we have a family to sort out and whatever. So he got the telegram on Friday. He was out in the garden and his sister brought out the telegram to him. And he read the telegram and she said, get back home to America. So on the Saturday, he came into the village of Clonbur, and where Fairhill House is now, that was merchants, they sold all sorts of commodities there. And they also sold tickets to go on any ship or boat or whatever, train tickets and one thing or another. So he came into Clonbur, bought his ticket to go back to America. That was Saturday. On Sunday, he walked from Carrick on to Doris, Carnamoona and Doris, in to visit his wife's family, so he would have information on them before he would go back and be able to tell his wife how they all were. Then on Monday, he would come from here, along this way, into Ballinrobe, where he got the train from Ballinrobe to go to Cork. Now he went to Ballinrobe, and Bridget, it seems, had recorded as well that he went into Ballinrobe and he was going to buy some things to bring back to his children. And he stayed in what would have been the Lakeland or the Railway Hotel at the time. And the next morning, on Tuesday morning, he got the boat, which was at the train, and then subsequently got the Titanic ship. So he was lost in the Titanic, and his body was never recovered or anything like that. So we learned all of this through finding the Huffords, and then we decided that just a little plaque on the wall wasn't enough, so we needed to put something that would really be here forevermore. And that's how we got together in the village, and everybody was very helpful to us, encouraged us all the way along, and we had it all done in less than 2 months. And we had a fantastic day here, and it's great, I think, to have the stone here for it forever. It'll be there for the history. So that's basically it. We're still in touch with the family. The Hufford family have come over here a number of times, and they're so proud to think that this has been done in the village, and this clonbur has this to remember their grandfather as it happened, great-grandfather, and now great-great-grandfather for the children. So that's basically the story.
Okay. You might have noticed the Galway tour bus pausing, because this is part, they tell this story as well. So this is what I'm saying, you could actually tell the history of the world, take most things, and there was a clonbur person somewhere along the line. So, or else, you know, certainly if we'd Kieran, he would make the story. So, you know, I think it's great to celebrate what we have in the past and equally link it to the future. So that our young folk have regard for history, because a lot of the history has been lost, because history is no longer seen as an important subject in school. They did actually try to take it off the curriculum, which is a bit crazy, but there you go. So we'll head back up. We're going to do the courthouse. I'll talk about a few of the court cases, what they were being brought before the magistrates there for, and then we'll actually go up, walk up the village, talk about the houses and shops on either side, and then from us we're going to head back to Works for a cup of coffee. Because I don't have a little handout, if I could get your email address, and I'm happy to email it, and I'll make some copies available to Tomas, Bernie, anybody else who wants them, and you can distribute them. Okay?